All right, how's it going, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. This is a test. Let me get this microphone a little bit closer. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. The volume's okay. Might need to upgrade the microphone a little bit. Now it looks like the volume's okay. So you guys are live with me, or you're watching this on the replay, most of you, since we didn't even give you guys a heads up of when this would be live. And it's actually midnight already on, what's the date here? This is Saturday, the 29th, midnight, in about 30 seconds. So let me know, guys, if you're able to see. There should be a chat window. You guys can see the chats on the right-hand side. Hopefully I'll be able to see your questions. I'm not sure. I think I might have to actually go into a different window to be able to see the questions that are live. So let me know if you guys can hear me. This is only the second time we're doing this, so I kind of forgot how to do this. But anyways, we're going to get to about 30 of your questions that you guys are going to have. So let me know if you have any more questions. These are mostly questions that you guys have been submitting via helium10.com/questions. So that's the one I'm going to be able to use to get there. So let me know if you guys can see me. If there's a chat box, looks like I am unable to see the chat box. Let me see here how I can view your chats. So go ahead and put some comments if you're logged into, wow, we actually have some live viewers. So let me see, group chat here. All right, let me see if anybody has left any messages. Sorry about the delay about starting up, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to these questions. Chia is the first question I'm gonna get to. So I'm gonna get to your question a little bit. I just wanna see if I can have some visibility on here. So did any of you guys see a message that I put in the chat box that says testing? Let me know. Let me know if you can see that. I'm going to go to the page right now, hopefully without volume. Okay. All right, there is one question right there. Binshan, that is not, I think you're on the wrong broadcast. And okay, we're getting some questions here. For some reason, I cannot actually see it on the Google Hangout screen, so I do have to have this other window open up here. This is going to be a little bit difficult, but that's all right. We're going to make this work. We're going to make this work here. So hold on here. I'm just fixing everything up. All right. So the first question, let me just get to this question while I'm still trying to set everything up here is, what do you need except LLC to register and start selling? That's a great question. So, you could have like pretty much, you actually, don't even need an LLC to start selling. You could start selling just as a private person on Amazon, without a company. You can have a personal account. They actually charge you a little bit more per order, for there, but there's no monthly fee. But if you want to have, professional sellers account, I believe it's like $30-something. But it is best to have a company, a website. It's going to help you to get ungated in certain categories when you can actually show that you have a physical website or a store. You don't have to have a store, but it just helps you. Business license, is going to help you. And if you want to start making your own private label brand, I highly suggest making sure you have a trademark for your brand, because that'll help you to get into what's called brand registry, which will give you a little bit more control over what you're trying to sell on Amazon. So I don't know how to say your name, YYE, but thank you for that question. So all right, I think I have figured out how this is going to work here. So let me just pull up the questions now. All right, so the first question, okay, there we go. All right, the first question here is from Chia, and her question is, what is the best strategy to send customer replacements? Let Amazon handle or create a fulfillment order and refund them. All right, so probably the best to send a customer replacement is just handle it yourself, because once it's hard. If you're in contact with them already, that means somehow they got a hold of you. I mean, if they had an issue with the product, most likely, if they're just a novice Amazon buyer, what they're going to do is they're going to click on contact Amazon, and if the order was FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, what's going to happen is Amazon customer service is going to talk to them, okay? And they're going to just say, hey, we'll send you a new one. So just the fact that they reached you, that's good, because you don't want things going on your Amazon account to show that, they had to actually send a replacement because something was damaged. You just much rather handle that on your own. If you have your own stock of inventory, Chia. So if you have your own stock of inventory, I would absolutely take care of it on your own. Instead of, telling them to go file a claim with Amazon, that something was broken or damaged or something like that. All right. So if you don't have your stock in inventory, well, the other way you can do it is by creating a, it's kind of like a removal order or what's the fulfillment order? Fulfillment order, where you're manually having Amazon send something to an address, but it's not tied to that order number. Again, that's just to not have it go on the record of that order that it was there was an issue with it, because you got to keep in mind your metrics. All right, because you can only have so many bad situations with an order before your metrics start to go bad and your account will suffer because of that. So thank you for that question, Chia. That was from helium10.com/questions. So let's go to the next question. Let me just see how I can do this a little bit better. I'm trying to arrange my screen right here, guys. This is pretty crazy. Let me show you guys what I'm having to deal with here. Of all the questions, I'm going through and I'm trying to juggle 3 screens. Let me see if I'm actually able to share my screen here. So let's see. Screen share. I am going to share this screen. All right, so this is what I'm trying to do. This is like all the questions, we've been getting right here, from back, in time. Look at all these hundreds and hundreds, thousands of questions right here. And so I got that window going, okay? And then I've got this window right here, which is I'm trying to see my presentation window. And I've got this window open right here because I'm trying to see the the people who are asking questions. So I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now with my screen. Okay, so that just gives you a little preview of what I'm having to deal with here. All right, so let me go ahead and keep going now. Next question. Oh, we've got Ola live. How's it going, Ola? Guys, if you're watching live, go ahead and leave comments. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and leave comments as well. Let us know where you're calling from. And if you have any other questions. All right, so let me get back to the saved questions here. Question number 2 of the day is from Freddie. And Freddie says, what questions? Yeah, Freddie didn't put his question. He just copied the question. He says, what questions would you like to ask about Helium-10? Freddie, that's my line. So Freddie, if you're seeing this, please put your question again because I do not see it here. It looks like you just copied and pasted our response here. Next question is from Michael. If I have a good selling, we'll call this question number 2. If I have a good selling product, would you recommend creating multiple listings for it with different pictures and listing it under different categories with different keywords? Actually, this is something that Amazon frowns upon. This is a new tactic that some sellers are doing. And they try and pick which is the best listing, and then they'll just stick with that. But I would not suggest doing this, because if you get caught by Amazon, they'll get pretty upset, with you for having duplicated listings. And plus, anybody can just go and once they see the listings are duplicated, they'll just merge them. In addition, for every single ASIN that you have to have a unique UPC for it. So, if your product has one UPC, that's what you got to stick with. So you'll be kind of in trouble. You would have to put a fake UPC on the other ones, and then when Amazon looks at the actual box, they can see that it doesn't have that right UPC possibly. So I just don't suggest doing that. The best way to really get exposure is pick the best category that you think that the top sellers that are like you. What category are they in? Go to that category, but make sure that you're choosing keywords from other categories as well, so that you have the visibility in other categories. Because if you come in on an all Amazon search, it doesn't matter what category you're in. But for the real niche things, yeah, it's important that you're in the right category, because if somebody's searching only in that category, then obviously that's the only category where your product is going to come up. So thank you for that question, Michael. Let's go to question number 3 for today. Silvio says, how can I start to make money? All right, Silvio, Amazon, Amazon, eBay, whatever you want. Money is to be made online right now. What I would suggest doing if you are completely brand new with Amazon, Silvio, go to freedomticket.com. It's a great course made by Kevin King, and I've taken it myself. I highly recommend it. But if you want something that's not too expensive, if you don't have like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to take one of the more expensive courses, take that freedomticket.com course, and it's less than $1,000, and you're going to get an A to Z guide on how to sell on Amazon. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Thank you for that, Silvio. Question number 4. Does Helium 10 have an API? All right. I'm not sure what you're asking about that. I mean, do we connect to like your seller accounts through the Amazon API, or are we getting data from Amazon API? Let me know exactly what you're asking. Yes, we do. We do have profits available now, and that obviously needs to connect to your Seller Central account in order to get the accurate information of what numbers and reports that for what you're selling. So if that answers your question, great. But if you need something else, Sam, let me know. Let's go to question number 5. We're rolling through it today. Sheldon says, do you have a tool that checks relevancy? I've seen other places have that tool, and I haven't found it on Helium 10. No, we don't have something that has a relevancy score, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking, do we have something that shows you keywords that are relevant? Yes, we have the best tool in the market that shows tools that are relevant, or that shows if keywords are relevant, because it is based on what is relevant to buyers, and you could do that by using Cerebro or Compare ASIN search. Go to our Cerebro tool and look at the second video. It says how to compare ASINs, and it's really important to take a look at that. All right. Let me see here. So thank you for that question, Sheldon. And by the way, relevancy score, actually nobody even has it. There was a few different tools, actually a lot of different tools out there who are offering a relevancy score before on that was coming from Amazon, but nobody knew exactly what it was for. And now it's not even available anymore. Actually, I think there's only 1 or 2 tools out there that have something called a relevancy score. That's like in a percentage and everything. And that's about it. There used to be tons and tons of tools that had it, but Amazon closed that along with the search volume, so you're not going to see that going forward anymore. Let's keep the questions coming here. Let's see, anybody live here? We've got a few live viewers, believe it or not, at midnight with no announcement. You guys are amazing. All right, let me see here. Who do we have a question? YYE again. YYE, what's your real name? I don't want to call you Ye or is this Kanye West right here? Let's see. It says, is IRS or EIN number necessary to register a professional account? Yes. It's either a Social Security or the EIN number. So Social Security from IRS or EIN number, which is like if you have a corporation, or if you're have a LLC, or if you're just a business, if you're registered as a business, you're going to have that EIN number. And are there any other tax or other identification numbers necessary? Yes, there are. Especially if you're like in California or a state that requires you to collect tax, you're going to need to put your California state ID there. And sometimes, like some states, it's also good. It's not a requirement, but also good. Amazon asks for it sometimes if you're trying to get into some categories, if you have a seller's permit for your state. All right. But especially if you're in California, absolutely you need a California tax ID set up, because you're going to want to set that up in Amazon, or you could get in trouble with California and the IRS. So thank you for that question, YYE. Let's keep it going here. YYE and Ola and Binshan, where are you guys calling from? Let me know in the comments box right here. And I'm actually just looking here. Did you guys know that now all of our training videos, somebody mentioned something right earlier that reminded me of it, are now not only just in our dashboard, but they're also in helium10.com/pro training. So make sure to go to helium10.com/pro training. All right, let's keep the questions going. I just noticed one video missing, so I'm going to send a message to my coworker right now. I just was in the Cerebro section right here, and I noticed that it is missing. Gotta make sure you have that videos. All right, just sent the message. See, I'm doing this stuff live. All right, next question here. Let's keep it going. Question number 6, Vin, can you do a complete case study from product selection to listing, launch, and PPC, explaining how to use your tools at every stage? This will make it very clear what each tool does and use of it, probably video series. I've done that before in like 2-hour workshops that we do for our Helium 10 users. So make sure, guys, if you get an email in Intercom or an email from us saying that there's going to be another one of those workshops, make sure to sign up because that's very valuable. You know, those workshops, I literally go through the logical step-by-step on how to do that. And actually, a lot of these videos are already up there. What I was just doing when I took a couple seconds and you heard me typing was I was emailing my one of my coworkers because I noticed on our pro training videos, there was a couple of videos missing in our Cerebro. But if you guys want an extensive step-by-step how to use our different tools, that's the page that you're going to go to, helium10.com/pro training. It has all of our tools there and everything that you would need in order to learn how to use our tools. So thank you for that, Vin. Now I lost track of my questions. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was only number. Oh, that was number 6. All right. So we're going to go to question number 7. Actually, question number 9, if you include the live ones we're going to do. So John said, thank you for the shirt. Okay, yeah, guys. Sometimes we do shirts. We have shirt giveaways. If we get like at least 20 live viewers, which I really doubt we're going to get at midnight, I'll go ahead and give out a shirt. So guys, invite some other people, and if we can get 20 live viewers, we're gonna give away a shirt. But otherwise, make sure to tune into our other broadcasts. We do give away shirts. So that doesn't count as question number 9. He was just saying thank you for his shirt. Here's question number 9. Here we go. This is from Jeff. He says, hi guys, when I use the Cerebro to do a reverse ASIN on my product versus or my competitors, if I'm ranked 4 out of 5 and the keyword is in my listing, should I increase my bid for the keyword in the PPC? All right, well, let me just show you guys what he might be talking about here. This is really important. It's kind of like what I talk about having relevance. I'm going to open up Helium 10 on my desktop right here. Let's see if I can log in. Log out. All right, I'm logging in, and I'm going to share my screen in a couple seconds here as soon as I log in. There we go, Bradley, Helium 10. All right, let's go ahead and share my screen. Screen share. Here we go. So you guys now should see my screen right here. I hope it's coming through. All right, so he's talking about reverse ASIN, comparing the ASIN. So I'm just going to look up something I have done in my history that I've compared here. All right, let's open up this one. All right, here we go. So let's say, okay, these are makeup bags. All right, so he said, if I'm ranked 4 out of 5, so what he's talking about right here is relative rank, and actually this particular listing, this listing is ranked nowhere. So let me just try and find one where they're at least ranked somewhere. There we go. Okay, so like for example, right here, he says, hey, professional makeup artist case, I'm ranked 4 out of 5 different sellers. Okay, so you see, if you look here, it says one guy is ranked 32, one competitor is ranked 110, one is ranked 158, and he's ranked 300. So he's asking, should I increase my bid for the keyword in the PPC? For this one, the answer in my case would be no. Why do I say no? Well, the reason is because look at their rankings. This keyword obviously is not relevant to buyers for this because nobody's getting sales on this. You know, maybe that guy who's ranked number 32 that you can see right there might be getting a couple sales, but for all the, if you identify the main top sellers of your category, what you care about, what's really converting for them is what they're on page 1 for. So if they're ranked all the way down, you know, down here, then that's probably not the best, you know, keyword to go after. I would go after the ones where the competitor rank average is pretty high. So like, let's take a look at an example right here. So that's the low rank competitor averages. So I would do ones. Let's see. I'm actually going to filter it out. Competitor rank average between 1 and 15, let's say. All right, so you can see here, and oh yeah, I want at least 4 of them ranking for it. All right, so here you go. Now here's a bunch of keywords. Like take a look at, let's just look. Oh, like this one. This is a good one. Look at this. This is a very like powerful. You could just have common sense that this is a really highly searched word for this product. Makeup travel organizer. And look at the competitor rank average. They're 4. The reason why, because one guy's number 1, one is number 2, one is number 3, one is number 10. So if you take that average, it's 4. And I'm not even ranked. So yeah, this one, yes, you better believe that if my product looks like this, which is almost the same as these, you better believe that what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going out there and I'm going to be increasing my bid on PPC to try and increase my ranking. I might do an Amazon giveaway or a giveaway, with a launch service to try and launch that. But yeah, if not that, then for sure I'm going to do PPC. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Ryan. That was question number. What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was question number 10. Thank you very much. Actually, that was Jeff. Question number 10. Thank you, Jeff. 10 down. We got 20 to go at least. All right, let me get back here. All right, let me go back to it. Looks like we have some live questions here. Yi from, or Kuba. Yi's name is Kuba from Poland in Europe. Awesome. Welcome. I love Poland. What's Polish sausage? I like Polish sausage. I don't know how Polish it is. It's kind of like French fries aren't really French. So I don't know if Polish sausage, kielbasa? Is that kielbasa? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyways, Jason says, is there an option in Review Downloader to extract reviews from a product from the very first day it was listed instead of a specific date? Yes, I believe if you just keep the date open, it's going to do it from the beginning of time. Let's test that out live. I literally don't know if that's what the new update is, but we're going to actually test that live right now just for you, Jason. Let's see, screen share. All right, let's go to Amazon.com and let's search for something. Or I'm going to go to, let's go to, I was looking at the other day, Dome Glass. Note 9. This is a tempered glass. I was actually working on this listing. Here, there's over 300 reviews. So he wants to go to the beginning of time. So I think wait, I gotta wait for this page to load. I don't know who's paying $60 for tempered glass. This must be like the greatest tempered glass ever known to man. Oh, there's a $15 coupon. Okay, that's an interesting thing right there, guys. This is something I'm not sure. Oh no, this is not a $15 coupon. Is this $15 off the regular price of $74? Holy cow, that's expensive. All right, is the page load? All right, so there's over 300 reviews. How many download if I just don't enter any filters at all? Let us see. There you go. It's got every single review right here. 357 reviews. So there you have it. That counts as question number 10 of the day. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you're still here, Jason. But yes, Jason, if you do not put a date in there, it's going to go to all the reviews from the beginning of time. There you go. We just proved that live right there. Do says, what is the most effective launching URL as of late? And Do says, I don't see these questions. You guys don't see these. You guys don't see the live chat that's going on here? Interesting. Everybody should be able to see the chat here on the right-hand side. And CL says, oh my God, are you live right now? It's 12:21. Yes. Who are you, CL? Everybody uses like funny names for their YouTube channels. So in Facebook, I know exactly who you guys are, but on YouTube, I don't know who you guys are. But anyways, Jason says, Do says, what's the most effective launching URL to date? Oh, Do says the questions that I was reading earlier, those are from a Google Doc I have. That's from helium10.com/questions. People like 24 hours a day can go and put questions that we're going to read live on our Ask Me Anythings. We do a Ask Me Anything on Facebook, and we do one on YouTube. And so the questions that we do on these, if they're not live, they're from the ones that people have submitted to us. All right, going back to Du's first question, the most effective launching URL as of date. That's question number 11 for today. If you're talking about two-step URLs, the two best ones that I have been testing that work well are the brand two-step URL and the field ASIN two-step URL. And the other URL that I use that can't be really duplicated, only certain services have it, and they're called it's called a heat seeker, because it basically is pretty much like an organic search. That, in my opinion, has always worked the best in all of my tests. So thank you for that question, Du. That was question 11. All right, let's go back to the my backlog of questions here. I'll keep an eye right here on your live questions. So question number 12 from Ryan. What do I do if my competitor owns the top 3 to 6 sponsored ads on all the main keywords? My competitor has multiple listings under the niche and is bidding extremely high with all these listings, taking up all sponsored ad space. I could bid that high, but it would be extremely costly. Well, the question is, first of all, is you don't really know how much he's paying. Okay, his products could, for whatever reason, he could be paying $2, but for you to get there, it could be $4 based on the listing itself, based on his category, based on his selling history, just based on whatever. So you don't know exactly what he's paying, maybe. But one thing that's kind of cool, that's been around for a couple of months, is you can actually use the scroll bar on your PPC to see what price you would have to do in order to have a better chance, a better shot at getting at winning the sponsored ad location. So that's brand new. That I was just looking at that the other day. Use that scroll bar, and then if you see that it's way outside your budget and you can't afford those kind of cost per clicks, then just look for other keywords that maybe aren't so highly searched. Use Helium 10. When you do a reverse ASIN search on Helium 10 or a magnet search, you come up with 1,000 keywords. All right, I'm sure you can find some that might not cost you as much, and you start building up. Or what you can do is you can start doing like longer tail keywords, that have that keyword that you really want in them. Because if you start converting for those, Amazon's going to say, hey, we kind of wanted to show you for these other ones too, and might lower your what they require for your bid on that. So thank you for that, Ryan. That was question number 12. For question number 13 for today, this is from Kaloon. All right, Kaloon, she always joins us on our Facebook lives. Kaloon says, do you think it would be too competitive to try and rank for broad seasonal search terms like Christmas gifts for girls? And where would be the best part of the listing to include this? It depends. I mean, if you're in the end of November, around Black Friday, and you're trying to rank for Christmas gifts for girls, it's going to be hard. A lot of people are searching for that around this time. So it all depends on your budget. But if your product only is a good Christmas gift for girls, then you're kind of reliant on ranking for that keyword. And that's really important. So you kind of have no way around it. But if you just want to throw that word in your listing just so that you can maybe get some traction from PPC and just see if you can organically start, converting for it, then yeah. So she asked, where would be the best part of your listing to include this? So I would include that right in the bullet points. If it's valuable to your listing, like if it's a great Christmas gift for a girl, right in one of the first bullet points, I'll be like, hey, many of our customers use this as a Christmas gift for girls. Use that in phrase form. That's going to help you. So if it's a word that just really is not that important and doesn't fit, in your listing, like if it's a phone case that is not really girly, maybe you still just want to at least index for Christmas gifts for girls, but it would look weird to have Christmas gift for girls in the bullet points. So in that case, I would throw that in the back end search terms. So thank you for that, Kaloon. Question number 13. All right, looks like we have a couple more live ones. Those of you watching live, I can't even tell how many people are watching live right now. I think there's only like 10 or so people, which is still amazing. But let me know, how did you even know that we had a broadcast? Was it like a YouTube notification or Facebook? Or because I just posted it in the Facebook. I posted the YouTube link in the Facebook right now. Anyways, all right. Let's see. Jason, question number 14. I don't have hijackers yet, knock on wood. So how does hijacker alert notify us ASAP. All right, so if you don't have hijackers yet, you still turn on hijacker alert for your listing, and then you pick how hijacker alert contacts you. It will be either through text message or email. All right, text message or email. So thank you for that, Jason. Question number 14. Question number 15. Do says, what is a brand two-step URL? That's an excellent question. Let me show you guys by sharing my screen. And we are halfway, thanks to Do's question right here. All right, guys, you can actually use Helium 10 to create two-step URLs. You go to helium10.com/gems, and you can create it free of charge. Even if you're not a Helium 10 member, you can do that. But by the way, guys, if you're not a Helium 10 member, you guys have to sign up. I want you to sign up right now if you can. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, use there's a coupon code that I need to give you guys. If you want, there's a special one that we did that only lasts through Sunday, I believe. Let me see if I can find that. I'll find that in a couple seconds. But anyways, right here, the brand two-step brand URL, it's right here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I'm not sure if this is going to work here. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. All right, so this is how a two-step URL by brand looks like. Okay, so you would put right here the brand name of the product, the keywords, and then these are optional. You don't have to put the ASIN, minimum price or maximum price. Just with those two, it's going to give you a the URL that you need to give to your customers in order to buy it. So thank you for that question. That was question 15, I believe. Yep. Let me stop the screen share. All right. Thank you for that question. Who was that? Was that Jason? That was Do. Thank you for that question. All right. Number 16. Eric says, are the old H10 AMA videos still relevant or outdated? That's a great question, Eric. We've actually done 43 episodes already, and there are some of them that highlight tools that we have done complete makeovers on, like Scribbles, for example. You know, if you saw something from episodes 1 through 35 that talked about Scribbles, well, it's out of date now because Scribbles is completely different on our website right now. Similar to, Profits, has gone through some big upgrades. So for the most part, though, all the questions about Amazon, I would say 90% are still relevant. Things change all the time with Amazon, with Helium 10. But 90% of it still is good information. Now, you ask me this question a year from now, might be only 40%, but right now I'd say 90%. So definitely go back and look at those. They're on Facebook on the Helium 10 software page. Go back and take a look at them. And I think you guys, will find a lot of value looking at the old ones. Let me see if I have that code here. Here we go. Let's see. Nope, I don't have that code. Hold on. I'm gonna find that code for you guys. I want to find this code if I can find it. Shoot, I cannot find the code. All right, I'm gonna keep looking for it. There is a special code that we had that we were giving out on the broadcast. If anybody knows that code, let me know. Did anybody catch our special? It was like, this is like the most, we're offering like almost $400 off of the annual plan. You normally you'd have to pay $1,200 month to month, and then if you get the annual plan, you pay $1,000 usually. But we're going to take even another $150 off of that. So let me see if I can find that code really quick, and then I'm going to give that to you guys. Meantime, keep those questions coming in, and let me know how you found out about today's video. All right, let me know how you found out about today's video, because I'm seeing so many people on board here, and I don't even know how you guys found out about it. So I'm trying to find a code, and if you guys have this code, let me know, because this was a super special code. Here we go. Let's see where it is here. I found it here. There it goes. AMA 43. There it goes. Okay, I found it. AMA 43, guys. Okay, so there it is. AMA, no spaces. AMA 43. That's going to give you guys a special 15% off the whole annual plan. Or you can actually take 15% off your first month if you just want a little bit of a discount. And then, like I said before, guys, if you don't like the tool and you can't use it, ask for your money back within that first 30 days. And that means it was kind of free for you. But you really need the platinum plan. in order to be able to scale, what you're trying to do on Amazon. So AMA 43 is going to give you 15% off of our annual plan or even one of the monthly plans. All right, let's go to question number 16 here. Do says, how do I get a heat seeker Euro? You're going to have to look for the up that service. I don't like positive or negative. I don't like talking about other companies, using other companies by name on here. I try to avoid that as much as possible. So I don't want to show favoritism. So one thing I can tell you though is look at AMPM podcast. We did a interview with 4 of the top launch services, and one of those launch services, at least one of them, has the heat seeker URL. So thank you for that, Do. Question number 17. Oh, Do found out from the homepage. Eric found out from Gmail. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? If you're subscribed to us on YouTube, I think you would get a notification once I go live. So that's great. And Jason he's in Australia. Does that say Australia? And it's 7 p.m. over there. All right, cool. Well, this is a good time for you then. All right. Let's go to question number 16 now. Let's see here. This is going to be Ryan. Nope, I already answered Ryan's. So this is going to be question number 16 is from Alan. Alan says, given restrictions on PPC and Facebook ads because my product got reclassified as hazmat, it's been challenging to rank for the main relevant keywords. Should I swap out those keywords in the search terms and backend for the long tail keywords instead? I thought about trying to rank for one keyword with a giveaway, but that's difficult due to Amazon's limit on storage for my item. All right, yeah, so if you're a hazmat, and that's kind of just because you have a hazmat, that means you're not allowed to do PPC or Facebook ads. Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure. But regardless, it's all about your budget, Alan. If you're able to do a giveaway on a certain keyword that you have a really good feeling is going to give you some sales, you've got to do it. I mean, you've got to get to page 1. Otherwise, people are not going to see your listing. So regardless of hazmat or whatever, if you're able to do a giveaway and you're able to rank, if you're indexed for a certain keyword, and I would absolutely still do it. Now, if because of hazmat you're unable to do FBA and you're fulfilled by merchant, it's a little bit trickier because you can get to page 1 and then right off the bat, a lot of customers are not going to buy from you though because they want 2-day shipping from Amazon Prime. And if they see that you have a fulfilled by merchant listing, they might not be too cool with buying your product. So just keep that in mind. So thank you for that question, Alan. Let's see, guys. I don't prepare at all. I mean, you guys can see how unprepared I am. I mean, I'm trying to do these live. I don't want you guys thinking that I look at and try and find the best questions and so I can sound smart or whatever. I literally have never in my life seen any of these before I read them. That's why some of them I read that they don't make any sense. All right. Let's go to the next one. This is from John. Whoa, this is our buddy John. And actually, that's not even a question. That is one of my coworkers, Mel, put this on here. This was like a Facebook reply, I think, to somebody else. So it should not be on here. Let me see. Yeah, this should not be on here. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, I lost it. All right, question number 17 and 18, because it says I have 2 questions. So 17 and 18. First one is this is from Max. When you are launching a new product and doing a giveaway, should we target the long tail keywords your competition is ranking for or the highly competitive one? Almost the same question as the last one. You do whatever works for you. All right. If you have the budget to go after the really high, crazy main keywords, like if you have a detox product and detox is probably your most important keyword, by all means, go for it. All right. But if you don't have the budget to be doing that, then do something like detox pills for cleanse or something that's a long tail keyword. And just build your way up to work in order to be able to rank for that main keyword. Because even if you rank for those lower those long tail keywords, if one of the seed words is the main keyword, you're going to get a little bit of a bump just from targeting those long tail keywords. So that's really important to know. Number 2 from Max, what URL is working these days for ranking? Same question as Do had up there. That'll be question number 18. And that's the brand URL two-step and the field ASIN URL I've had the best results with as far as two-step URLs. Both of those available on helium10.com/gems. So thank you for that question, Max. Let me see. Is there any other live questions here? Do says, how many products do you have? 0. I have never launched my own private label product, believe it or not. I've mentioned this other times on Facebook. I have launched 400 products on Amazon, but always as a consultant for other companies. This is before I started. Before I started working at Helium 10. I was a consultant and I worked for actual companies and helped them launch their products as well. All right, question number 19 is a live one from, who is this? From Jason. In Cerebro, when comparing 3 or more ASINs, what is meant by the metrics relative rank and competitor performance? Awesome question, Jason. I love it when anybody asks questions about Cerebro because that's my #1 tool. Let's screen share this. Share. All right, here we go. All right, here is one. So he says, what is his question? Relative rank. All right, relative rank means like if I entered my product or a seed product. All right, so if this was my product and I'm comparing it to these ASINs, what is this rank compared to these? All right, so this one is NR because this guy is not even in the top 306, whereas one of them is ranked #1, one is ranked #2, one is ranked #3, and one is ranked #4. Okay, but I am NR because I am not even ranked if this is my product. And the other question he had was competitor performance score. This is an index to measure how successful the listed competitors are as a group for the given keyword. So this one has the highest score of 10 because all 4 of them are ranking for it, and they're all ranking high. So that's like really, really what you want to see. So if I go down here to like page 4, these are still, let me go to actually a different page here. Or actually, all of these are going to be 10s because I already had put this filter in where I said, hey, this. But let me just do like, let's say 2 to max 2. And let's open this up to like 75. And I'm going to show you what other scores are going to come in. Now, this one is a 6. Why is this a 6? Well, there's only 2 of these guys are even ranking for it. And they're ranked pretty high. They're both in this time frame ranked #1. So that's kind of why they have a high score relatively at 6. But still, the reason why it's not a 10 is because only 2 of them are ranking for it. So thank you for that question. That was question number 19. Let's keep going. We got at least 11 more I want to get to today. That was Jason. All right, going back to the old questions, let's go to question number 20. Francisco says, I sent my first inventory. It got active yesterday, and I started a PPC campaign. I'm already on page 1's sponsored, but I haven't seen a single sale yet. How long does it take to know if I have sales or not? Instantly. You'll know immediately if you have sales. Now, if you're asking how long does it take to have to show sales from sponsored ads, those take a couple days sometimes to show in the sponsored ad reporting. But as far as how long does it take to see if you have a sale at all, well, it's going to be immediately. All right, so that thank you for that, Francisco. Let's go to question number 21 of tonight from Luke. Luke says, I want to second Kaloon's question. Are there guidelines for what constitutes high, medium, and low exact search volume? Are there guidelines for what? All right, well, not really. It all depends, and this was before when we had, the exact phrase search volume. We still do have historical data on that we're showing you. That was from a couple weeks ago. But it doesn't matter if it says 100,000 or if it says 5,000. It's not like one is great and one is useless. It all depends on the niche. Like for one that's 100,000, it could be actually low compared to other keywords that have like 1 million searches, like if it's iPhone 7 or something like that. But if you said, 4,000 search volume is great, compared to 100,000, it's not great. But compared to 400, obviously it's better. So there's no really right or wrong search volume that you'd want to target. It's just basically what is going to give you the best chance to get a lot of eyes in front of the product and that's going to give you the best chance to make a sale. All right, and you do that by finding what's relevant to your buyers and what your competitors are all organically converting for. So thank you for that question. That was Luke. Let's go to Shane. Question number 22. Can Helium 10 help you find FBA hazmat items? No, not that I know of. So I'm not sure how we would even do that, because I don't think that's something that Amazon exposes. Like if you look on a product page, Amazon is actually not showing their what if something is hazmat or not. So I don't think that if Amazon can't show it to you, we can't show it to you. The stuff that we show you, a lot of it is just, collating data that you could probably eventually find on Amazon. It would just take you forever to do it. But things like that, if it's not visible at all and not Amazon doesn't open that information up to everybody, then most likely we're not going to be able to see that. Jolene says, how do you use competing products? We're going on question 23 now. How do you use competing products? Do you stay away if there are too many or if there are other factors to consider? No. A lot of people do that. I don't. Competing products means how many products come up in the, when you do a search, like how many people have that in their keyword. Like, do they have, like if you type in iPhone 7 case, there's 1 million listings come up. That means that there's 1 million competing products. So yeah, that kind of sucks that you have to compete with that many people, but that doesn't mean that, that means this keyword is not a good keyword. I mean, it still could be a good keyword. It just might be, you're having to fight a lot more people. Sometimes it's cool though, when you see a low number of competing products, like for example, when using a Spanish word. So why is that cool? Well, if there's only like 150 people who are competing products, that means just the fact that you put it in your listing and you get indexed for it, you're already going to be like in the first top 10 pages. So that's kind of cool. So that's kind of like where, to me, competing products is I pay attention to when I'm looking for like maybe keywords that other customers or other competitors have disregarded. But usually those kind of keywords are not going to get me too many sales by itself, because if it was a really amazing keyword, all the top sellers are going to know about it and they're all going to have it in their listing. All right. But still, you get 10 or 20 keywords that maybe you can get one sale a day from. They're not that big keywords, but hey, that's 10 to 20 more sales a day that you can get over your competitors. So that's how I use that. Thank you for that, Jolene. So question number 24 from Alex. Can you rank with CPC after having 5 reviews by spending launch money on CPC rather? I think you mean PPC rather than giveaways. Absolutely. You can rank with PPC. I know some people who go crazy on PPC. How their launch strategy is, this is my friend Dennis from Russia. He'll put like $1,000 a day of PPC on one campaign, losing money left and right. But guess what? After about 2 or 3 weeks, he's ranking on page 1 if he starts converting for those. So yeah, PPC is absolutely another way that you can use to rank, and you don't even have to do it that fast. Doing giveaways gets you to page 1 in 3, 4, 5 days. Aggressive PPC gets it in like 2 or 3 weeks. But even if you just take a really mild campaign, eventually it might take you 2-3 months, but it's going to move you up the ranking if you start converting for it. So PPC, yes, absolutely the way to go. All right, any more live ones? Nope, no lives right now. All right, Reiko says, what episode number is this? What? All right, Reiko, I'm not sure what episode you're on, because I'm not seeing your question live. So that was a Facebook question. All right, Yusef says, this is question number 26, I believe. Yusef says, if you're a new seller, what is your good advice regarding product research? All right, this is questions 26, 27, 28, and 29. Oh my goodness, he asked 4 questions. All right, so we're gonna get to 4 questions. Number 1, what is your advice regarding product research? All right, that's number 26. So first of all, I like looking for opportunity on Amazon by finding listings that are selling well, but have things wrong with them, or other characteristics such as bad reviews or low number reviews or unoptimized listing, but still selling well. Because to me, that means either one of 2 things. Either 1, There's hardly any competition for it, and that's why they're making all the sales, because people have no better choice. Or number two, all the competition are also poorly optimized and have bad reviews, meaning that if I come in with a superior product, superior reviews, I'm going to do better. So that's how I would use Black Box from Helium 10 in order to find those kind of products like that. All right, question 27, also from Yusuf. Can I compete with about 400 reviews as an average and good sales? You could, yes. It's hard to compete with ones that are like over 1,000 or 2,000 reviews. Like if everybody on page one of a certain keyword that you know you want to get into has 1,000 reviews or more, then no. That is not something that I think is going to be doable. All right. But 400, that's doable. You know, if you only have 10, 5, 10 reviews, and the top guys on that first page have 400, and there's other guys that have less than 100, like you, then that's a doable one. But anything above that, you got to be careful. Like if it's like 4,000, I mean. All right. Also from Yusuf, question number 28. I have a good supplier, but I don't know if I can compete with them in this niche. Is there any specialist to help for product research? I'm not going to count that as a question, because that you're the specialist, Yusuf. I want you to really go in. Yusuf, what I want you to do is go to Black Box in Helium 10, click on the Learn button. There's 10 to 15 videos right there. Study those, and you are going to be well on your way to knowing how to find a good product to sell on Amazon. And if you think it's too competitive, then yeah, you don't do it. Then go to another one. But you don't need to go hire an quote unquote expert. You know, you can become an expert on your own by just learning the system and learning what to look for and what not to look for in opportunity. And you're going to be your own expert, Yusuf. All right. So question 29. Okay, we're going to go to another one for question 29. From Danny. Danny says, is there a way to use Black Box research tool to look at the top 500 or top 1,000 top listings of an Amazon subcategory? No, we do not have that in Black Box. Actually, Black Box is really designed to give you narrow searches. So we actually cap it at 200 listings that's going to show up. So no, we do not have anything to look up the top 500 or top 1,000 listings right now based on the BSR. However, let me think. There is a way to do it. You can see who had certain BSRs in a certain category over some time by using the BSR filter in Black Box, and saying, hey, show me everything from 1 to 200, from 200 to 300, from 300 to 400 in the beauty category, or what have you. So yeah, you technically could do that, but just not all at the same time. So like you just literally kind of made me think of something I didn't even think. But yeah, Black Box can do that, as a matter of fact. So thank you for that. All right, question number 30. Net. How do you determine competitor conversion rate? You can't. Okay, so Amazon does not let you guys know, or they won't even let you know what your own conversion rate is if you're talking about on the keyword level. If you're talking about just basic conversion, like conversion based on page views, you can do that for your own account, but not for anybody else's. So we don't have access to getting that number, and even if we did, we're not going to expose it to other people. So Helium 10 cannot provide your competitor conversion rate for you. So thank you. That was question 30. We already did 30, but I'm going to keep going because we still got a couple more minutes here. Let's see. Do we have another live question here? All right. Jason says, in Cerebro, in the Amazon's choice selection field, what is the difference between analyzed product, other product, and no badges? Okay. All right. I think I know what you mean. All right. So here we go. Let me share the screen again. This is question number 31. I still have this Cerebro open right here. So he's saying, like, for example, this is owned by different product. All right, different product. If it's grayed out like this, that means that at the time that we checked Sturdy makeup bag and we went here, this could have been any time in the last 30 days, we noticed that there was an Amazon's choice there. There it is right there. But it wasn't one of these products, did not have it. So that's what it means if it has this that's grayed out. If you have this where like mail up bags, what this means is at the time, this could be different now, but at the time that we check the rankings for this, nobody on that first page had Amazon's Choice badge. So let's see if somebody has it now. And there you have it. You see, nobody has Amazon's Choice badge. So it still is actually valid, even though it might have been done a few days ago. So if it has nothing, that means no Amazon's Choice badge. And then if it has full color right here, if it has full color Amazon's Choice, black and orange, what that means is this product that we searched at the time that we checked it, it actually had Amazon's Choice badge. So those are the three different categories that you can have for that. So thank you for that question. Whoops, I'm trying to stop the screen share. There we go. All right. All right, question number 32 from Jeff. How do I do a headline? How do I do a headline ad, and what is the cost, and is it worth it in your opinion? All right, now it's actually called sponsored brand. So the only way you can do a headline search ad is if you have brand registry 2.0, I believe, and then you'll be able to do headlines ads. And yes, I do think they're worth it. They're very prominent, and you can send people to your storefront on Amazon, or like, if you have a branded store page, or you can send it to 3 different products. And since it's so prominent, at the top of the page, it's worked for a lot of sellers. So, the question is, are you going to put it to the keywords that are relevant, to your listing? Then yes, if you can figure out a way to do that and using Cerebro to find what's relevant to your competitors, absolutely, I would do headline search ads. All right, question number 32. How could a seller have any reviews when never having sold that particular product before? That means it's fake reviews. All right, so maybe they've never sold that product, and all of a sudden they're brand new, and then they put like 30 reviews on there from like friends and family. Amazon is probably going to catch them, and they'll be kicked off of Amazon. All right, but unfortunately, sometimes it happens, and they're never caught. But yeah, that's fraud. Okay, so and what you'll see there is it doesn't say verified purchase. The only way review is going to show up as verified purchase is if it actually came from a sale. So if you see that, that means yes, there were verified purchases for it. Question 34 from Kevin. Howdy. You guys always mention to get some reviews before doing your launch. So basically, let your listing sit there on page 7 to get organic reviews, or am I missing something? Kevin, you got to figure out a way to get reviews. You can't buy people. You can't sell buy reviews. But doing PPC, getting orders, you're going to get reviews. I can't tell you ways that are gray hat or black hat to get reviews, but you basically have to figure out how you're going to get those reviews. You could sell the product and then have a good follow-up sequence asking for reviews, but just remember, you're only going to get like 1 review for every 100 organic orders, if that. The other way to do it is the early reviewer program, something like that it's called, and that costs $60 the last time I checked, and Amazon will send your product to like 5 or 6 people and get you some reviews. So thank you for that question. Kevin, that was question 34. Last question of the day, 35. Question 35. We got to at least 30, right? I'm doing 35. Richard says, I'm sourcing product from China, but I want to add a U.S. sourced item to the package. What is your suggestion to handle this the easier way? All right, so if you're going to want to do that, then Richard, you've got to send your product to a 3PL, third-party logistics place, kitting or packaging place, or have the product sent to you yourself if you have your own warehouse or your ability to package at your facility, and then you're going to package that in there, and then send it to Amazon. So there's no way to bundle it by sending product directly from China to Amazon and then sending your product to Amazon and hoping that it gets bundled together. No, you've got to bundle it together yourself. All right, so that does it for the questions today. We got to 35 questions. So thank you very much, guys. If you want to keep submitting questions, do so at helium10.com/questions. Don't forget about the coupon code. If you're watching this and it's before Sunday night at 11 p.m. Pacific time, you can use this code. It's AMA43. AMA43 gets you 15% off of either your first month of Amazon or an entire year of Amazon. So if you're using it on the annual plan of Amazon, it is actually a savings of like $300 to $400 off of what you would have to pay month to month. So it's a big savings, guys. Make sure to do that before the end of the year, because guess what? If you order a year's worth of Helium 10, you can write that off for your 2018 as a business expense, for your taxes. So try and do that before the end of the month. AMA 43 is the code, no spaces. Let me know if you guys are going to do that or not. So thank you guys, Jason, Eric, Do, and everybody else who joined. I appreciate it. And we're going to be live again probably tomorrow, guys. So I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but every day through Monday, through New Year's Eve, I'm going to go live on these YouTube AMAs, the YAMAs, as we say, because I want to get to all these questions that you guys have been submitting. So thank you guys very much for joining me on the episode 2 of YAMA. And make sure to click on subscribe below. And then also click on the note. Once you subscribe to us, you're going to want to click on the bell, all right, on our page so that you can be notified, all right? You want to be notified of when we go live. So make sure to subscribe to us and hit notify, and we will, and you'll be notified as soon as we go live. So thank you guys. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at. We'll see you on episode 3 tomorrow.